Alright, so this video is going to show, and I'm going to really apologize for the bad graphics, because my PS4 won't allow me to record onto YouTube, considering I don't have a streaming system. Anyway, so this is from the final round of the Manufacturers Cup, held on the 29th of March 2022. This is race 2. I started recording the race on lap 2 out of the 7 laps. I started 4th where I am now. The Kettles guy in front of me started on pole position, but he got a bit of a bad start and 2 other cars got ahead of him, so we're going to watch. So yeah, we're going to see how we go. And I was contracted with Toyota. All of our qualifying times were so close as well. So we were quite close together in the races, but I caught Kettles here. I just went too deep on the brakes, so we went wide off the track. Excuse me. So I kind of thought my race was done there, but the RB guy who was in second spun out, so it gave me a chance to catch up to him again. And then he went off the track. He spun out right in front of me, so I had to slow down. We're on final turn, going into lap 3. So now I definitely thought, no, there's no way I'm going to catch that Subaru again, but yeah, things changed, as you'll see in the video soon. And the 10 guy behind me there was catching me quite fast. So I knew that I had someone else on my ass. But I was faster than him. And as you can see, that RV fella actually rage quit and he left the race. Okay, so then the leader actually ran wide, or he must have got a penalty or something, because that Subaru caught up to him really quick. Because he was about 2 seconds ahead of that Subaru, the guy just over there in front. So I thought, okay, this is a little incentive, they're going to battle. And they did, but wasn't to my advantage, because I caught them really quick. See how fast I caught that Subaru ahead of me. And they're both from Australia, so thought we could have a good old Australian-New Zealand battle. Turned out a little bit that way, but not in the way that you thought. And that 10 guy was actually catching me a little bit, so it was a bit rough for what you're about to see. And I race clean. I always race clean. No, it's not this lap. I thought it was this lap. Now, me and the 10 guy actually had a bit of a bump in the race. He did break in front of me though, so you'll see that at the end of this race, because that's what he did. Giving you a hint that he did catch up to me and pass me. I tried to get up the inside of him, which I'll talk about when we get there, but he is right behind this Kittles guy in the Subaru, heading into lap 6, so 2 laps remaining. Laguna Seca is such a tough track to get right to. So many different lines to so many different areas of the track. So the Subaru guy got a little bit loose on the exit of that, so I'm right on him. He ran wide-eyed, got such a good exit, bam. That ruined my race right there, because yeah, I knew that I couldn't get back past him then. So it knocked around my my steering a little bit. There goes the 10 fella. So it gave me a little bit of steering damage from that little bump that Subaru guy caused. This is the bump. He did brake way too in front of me. If I had done that on purpose, the game would have given me a penalty. The game didn't give me a penalty because it was not my fault that I punted that he brake tested me in front of me. So yeah, no penalty given out for that one. But he still ended up catching up to me because the steering was still a bit mounted on the Supra, which is what I was driving, because I was track contracted with Toyota. So yeah, we still had a bit of a steering damage issue, and that's what affected our race pretty much, because we ran off here. I remember running off here. Yep, there we go. And so then that guy's just going to catch up again due to the steering issue that Subaru guy caused. I feel like he could have got back around me though, because he was a little bit faster than what I was. So I feel like if he had raced me cleanly, we could have had a good battle to the finish line, but it wasn't the case. There we go, we're going to put a little 2-wheel action on there, but yeah, as you just saw, he was right on my bum. Tried to do the best I could to defend the position, but he was obviously, due to the steering issues I just said, wasn't helpful. I slid too much into that corner, and here he comes. Gives me a little bump. Nothing wrong with that bump, to be honest. But that was the last lap, but I was hoping to try and defend them a little bit, but that's how close I was to a podium in that race. So we're going to watch the next race now, because the next race was even more interesting. Alright, so this is the start of the next race. There's my car, beautiful thing. So this is how the racing starts, and I really like how the racing starts in this game. So pretty much the rules of the Manufacturers Cup. Before the whole series starts, the player is given the option of what manufacturer they want to race for. As you see there, I picked Toyota, sponsored by Mother Energy on the game, not in real life, I wish. But as you can see, the RB26 fella was in this race again. And me and him got into a bit of contact again. So, yeah, this race was a little bit, felt like the same. But we'll watch, and yeah, you guys can be the judge of the accident. Alright, so not a bad start. The guy in the Mercedes ahead of me was way too fast. Like, he was punching out 1 minute 29s around here, which was insanely fast. Especially for a car that was way heavier than mine. That car weighs way more than the Toyota. And yeah, he was driving bloody well, so. Alright, up to straight towards the corkscrew. This is one of the best racetracks in America. I'll say it right now. Such a nice track. Now, yes, I was in track limits, but he wasn't. He cut the course a little bit, so there you go. He runs off there. So since you get a penalty, there's a penalty zone. And we got along on the outside. He tried to shove me on the road. Typical Japanese driver. I hate to say it, but this happened to me before. So we got alongside. And in the penalty zone, he has to slow down. I thought, okay, cool. And this guy obviously had way more pace than me. He was, I think his qualifying time was a 29.8. And I've never been in the 1 minute 29 lap in Laguna, Seca in a GT4 car. So I knew he was quicker than me. But it was a bit annoying what happened next. The reason why, and I'm not a racist, don't get me wrong, okay? But the Japanese races on this game are so dirty. Because in the round before this at Seca, this was the exact same guy too, the RB26 fella. We were racing GT3 cars at Seca. I got past him, nice and clean, up the inside at the hairpin. He waited till the final corner on the final lap, and he shoved me right onto the wall. He punted me so hard. He got a penalty, yes, but it was not enough. I had damage on my car. I crawled all the way back to the finish line going about 20 k's an hour, and I finished 18th when I was in 3rd. So I was really, really pissed and annoyed about that. Right, so we had him off for a little bit. We got him. We got around there, nice and clean. So we stayed ahead of him for pretty much this lap. Around the final turn. And we were all racing on hard tyres as well. Because, yeah, that's pretty much the option we have to do is race on hard tyres. So the fact that Mercedes was punching out tons like that with hard tyres was impressive. So as you can see, he's right on me now. From the timing up there, it tells you how far and how close he is from behind or in front. The Supra though is really good on the brakes. Really good. Got round there good. Alright, into the corkscrew. I made a mistake into there a little bit, ran her a little bit wide. So he would have got a way better exit. Here he comes up the inside. Not a bad pass, clean, but this is what happened. Went off the track. Bam. Ruined my race. And we're not going to watch the rest of it because I stayed in third. And I didn't catch up to the GTR, so... yeah, a bit annoyed. That's what happened. Not happy. I was not happy last night because I could have got out second out of all that. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. More Gran Turismo 7 videos to come. But, catch you next time.